Hello viewers, good morning. Welcome to 6th class mathematics program organized by Commissioner and Director of School Education, Government of Telangana and State Council of Educational Research and Training. Okay, today we are going to discuss about mathematics. How will it differ from class 5 to class 6? What are the concepts that students must compulsory learn in class 5 so that their learning can be smooth and they can understand the concepts of class 6 in a better manner. So even there will be some tips to the students, the way in which they have to learn the concepts of class 6. Actually, we know that in Telangana we are following CPD approach. I mean, actually we are saying concrete to abstract. Actually, in between we are saying concrete, picture, abstract. Means actually concrete, abstract. In between we are introducing like semi-concrete. So what does it mean and in what way that CPA approach will be helpful in understanding mathematics? All these aspects will be discussed by the experts. So before going to introduce the experts, this is Ganpat Sharma from SCERT Telangana. To my left, it is Mr. K. Sridharacharyalu, eminent mathematician from SCERT, and of course he is also one of the members of faculty of SCERT as well as textbook writer. And one more person is Sri R.L.N. Murthy Garu, who is an eminent mathematician in Telangana. Even he served for mathematics textbooks development as well as he has vast experience under his sleeve. So okay, welcome sir, welcome to both of you for the program.
Sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Sridhar Garu, while coming to the mathematics part, what are the major changes that we can observe while coming to the learning of mathematics from class 5 to class 6? What are the changes we observe?
So, andariki namaskaram andi. Good morning to all. Mainly we are focused in primary level. In mathematics, especially in mathematics, we are focused in 3 areas. That means one is number system, and one is measurements, and one is spatial understanding. So, majorly we are focused only these. In number system only we have the data handling also. So, in number system we are focused on up to 9,09,999 up to 5th class, that is 5-digit number. So, from that we have operations, that are 4 fundamental operations, and by operational problems also there, and to facilitate and to solve the real life problems of 5th class students. And we focused on spatial understanding. Spatial understanding means that the child has to assume and estimate and create new shapes by using local 3D shapes, 3D objects. So, we are focused on spatial understanding, how an object look like a side and top view and front view, how it will be, and what is the perimeter of a 2D diagrams, and what is the area. Area means the area of the 2D diagrams we are introduced up to primary level. And whereas tally marker, and we explained about the data handling about there in the 5th class. Measurements also we are given for that time, that means reading of the calendar and time in the clock. Especially we are given a capacity, how many liters are there, and the distance and weights, and also the money. So, we focused all the primary intuitions, mathematical intuitions and mathematical concepts we are given up to 5th class, and we are more focused on concretized mathematics there. That means each and every child has to interact with an object or interact with a material, and they have to concretize the mathematical, what is the behind, understanding the concept behind that object. So, from 6th class, we moved some forward. That means mathematics is a concrete to abstract. So, whereas from 6th class, we introduced somewhat abstract concepts with related to the primary That means we focused on up to 5-digit number in 5th class. We given in the 6th class bigger numbers, knowing numbers chapter. That means bigger numbers, how to read with a standardized systems, and how to expand it, and what are the place values in the bigger numbers, and where we will use in our real life, and how can we utilize the concepts of bigger numbers in where we face in our real life facts. At the same time, we focused on fractions and decimal systems. Mainly, why? Because we introduced fractions in 4th and 5th class, that very shorter term, that means very given only intuitions about the fractions. In 6th class, we are given elaborately fractions, why fractional numbers are evolved and where it will be used, and also at the same time decimals. How can decimals are evolved, and what are the concepts from the decimals and operations from decimal numbers also. And at the same time, we introduce the abstractness, that means whole numbers. Up to 5th class, we given as a natural numbers like that. That means only numbers, and we discriminated the bigger number and smaller number like that. And from the 6th class, we introduced whole numbers, integers, and from properties of the whole numbers and integers, and fractionals and decimals, and the ratio also in this arithmetic system, and that means number system.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And
So-
one more thing is there.
yeah.
Each and every area of the 6th class is related to each and every further concepts in a 6th class. That means number system is related to algebra, number system is related, and algebra also related to geometry, and at the same time measurements also.
Okay, very good. So, as your idea say, you are saying that mainly there are three parts. One is number system, other one is measurements, and the third focused area is spatial understanding.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, but when the children move from class 5th to class 6th, slowly they have to convert and understand the logical thinking as well as the abstractness. The teacher should support them in doing so. So, in what way the concreteness to abstractness, or maybe the logical thinking, how can they be built? For understanding that, first of all, we must know what are the chapters which are not related to number system, or what are the chapters that are somehow introduced only in class 6.
Yeah.
Mr. Murthy Garu, can you tell the chapters which are introduced in class 6 other than the number systems? Of course, number systems up to class 5 they will learn.
Yes.
What are the chapters or the topics that are newly introduced in class 6? Can you explain?
Good morning, everyone. If you compare with the 5th class syllabus and 6th class syllabus, so totally the SCERT textbooks are designed in a spiral method, spiral way,
Yes.
spiral approach.
Yes, sir.
So, keeping off that spiral method, actually, the number system has been extended. So, up to, whereas in number system, whole numbers were introduced. So, that is the whole numbers that is actually new to the 5th class children who entered in the 6th class. He is going to study about the whole numbers. The whole numbers in particular, first, what is the importance of zero? The zero has been introduced in whole numbers.
Okay.
And besides that, though he learnt the addition, how to add the numbers, how to subtract the numbers, how to multiply the numbers, and how to divide the numbers. So, here actually the more focus will be on based on the properties of the, that means properties of the whole numbers have been discussed in the 6th class level. So, that might be the very difficult for the children, so that the area in which the teachers or children must concentrate and focus on these properties. And besides that, the playing with numbers, a very beautiful chapter. It leads to the number theory. The basic concept was given in the 6th class textbook itself only. Under the playing with numbers, what are the factors are there? What are the common factors? So, what are the prime numbers? What are the they can easily differentiate between the composite numbers as well as the prime numbers. What are the prime numbers also? The properties were discussed, different types of the prime numbers, even co-prime numbers and twin prime numbers. All these concepts were discussed. But besides that, even the even whole numbers also, we can observe some patterns, beautiful patterns. Generally, because it's a more abstract way, mathematics is abstract. So, in order to make it concrete, so the patterns should be actually taught in the classroom session. So, here in this way also in the whole numbers, the more patterns were introduced.
Excellent.
And also, moreover, the common factors also. So, what is the use of common factors? We shall have one more question in us. So, that is very important in order to introduce the highest common factor or greatest common divisor also. The common factor concept is very, very important. And also, LCM has been discussed. And also, there is a relationship between LCM. How could we actually relate the numbers with LCM, and LCM also has been discussed in playing with numbers. So, these are the chapters in number system include, and as well as we have the one more very important chapter, that is the integers, because negative numbers.
Okay.
So, this is the very important task, very important area has to be addressed in the integers. How do we introduce the negative number? So, in order to introduce the negative number, they might be acquainted in the 5th class what is meant by the debt or credit and system. So, already the Mr. Sridhar already spoke about all these things. They applied even day-to-day life situation also.
Yes.
In this regard, even altitude regarding that one. So, depth sense, even we can use lifts also. So, include using this concept day-to-day life situation, these negative numbers are to be introduced.
Fantastic.
So that integers have been introduced in this one. So we shall discuss very clear manner in the coming sessions also. And beside that, fractions and decimals. So this is also one of the important areas to be addressed at 6th level. Because when you go for higher classes, there is a more application of these fractions and decimals will take place. So that's why this is also one of the areas are to be concentrated on in fractions also. In majorly fractions, though they have studied in 5th class, so what are the types of the fractions, but here major mixed fractions. So how to add the mixed fractions and also here the conversion. Conversion means how do they convert the mixed fraction into the improper fraction, or what is meant by the proper fraction also, how to add the fractions, how to find out all that means fundamental, how do we apply the fundamental operation, I mean to say that fundamental operation, how do we add, subtract, multiply and divide, and also reciprocal of the fraction also to be discussed at this level.
Okay.
So, and moreover, as far as the decimal is concerned, how do we relate this decimal fractions to the decimal? Again the conversion takes place. So, how do we convert a fraction into the decimal? After converting the decimal, again the place value will come here. So, already place value might have studied in 5th class, even 6th class in the first chapter knowing with numbers, but here place value. Here place value is very different, that is 1 by 10th place, 1 by 100th place, 1 by 1000th place. This will be new to the children. So, that is why this area is the most important area in my concern that has to be addressed. And moreover that we have next we have ratio and proportion in number system, particularly if you concentrate ratio. What is meant by the ratio? Ratio concept also very, very important. So, that means how indirectly how do we compare the two quantities? Can we compare any two quantities? There is a big question to the student. In that one, there must be the same type of quantities are to be compared using the division. So, there is one again symbols takes place. What do you mean by the how do you the ratio denote? The symbols will come, whereas in 5th class they might have not studied about the symbols. That is, I mean to say that language of mathematics.
Yes.
Even the language of mathematics also come into the vital role in 6th class level.
Yes.
So, these are the areas in number system generally, and moreover after that other chapters are there.
Okay.
So, as far as my concern, the number system, whole numbers and also integers and also factors and fractions and decimals, as well as the ratio and proportion.
Okay. Actually here as far as your thoughts are concerned, here mainly you are saying that the language of mathematics is important.
Yes.
And observing the patterns is important. And actually building the conceptual understanding is more and more crucial.
Yes, exactly.
Because every time the concepts are to be connected to the day-to-day life situations, so that the children can understand. That is what actually we are trying to. So, most of the times the focus will be on the procedural aspects. So, here we can clearly observe that from procedural aspects to conceptual understanding and reasoning type concepts are to be built. So while the teachers are giving the activities, they have to keep in mind about all such aspects. Now let us do one thing, sir. One by one, let us consider the concepts area wise. So what are the concepts that the child must learn at class 5th? Say at the beginning of class 6th, what concepts the child must be thorough with so that he is comfortable with? Or in other terms, the teachers at the beginning of class 6, what are the topics that they have to deal like a readiness program so that a smooth learning can occur for the students? So area wise, let us discuss so that we will come to know about. So Sridhar sir, can you tell me from the first area, that is number system,
Yeah.
what are the key concepts from class 5 that the children must be familiar with or they must compulsory know so that they can understand concepts of class 6 in a more smoother way? First, let us discuss the concepts and what are the strategies that we can suggest to the teachers related to strengthening those concepts for class 6 teachers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
From up to 5th class, we already know that we are identification of the number and reading the number up to 5-digit numbers.
Yes, sir.
And in 6th class, we introduced more bigger numbers. So that means the reading and writing numbers. That means identify and reading and writing numbers in the Indian system and standard system.
Okay.
And place values, how they will read with respect of place values. So without place values, they can't identify, they can't read the numbers. So place values are very, very important. From in the primary level only, the place values are introduced, how they are. And the next is that expanded form. Expanded form means that means expanded form. A number can be expanded with respect to the place values. That means suppose a number is there, 5,599 is there. So 5,599 in that. So how many digits are there and what are the units place and tens place and hundreds place and thousands, like that. So they have to identify that how many thousands are there, so and how many hundreds are there, how many tens are there, how many ones units are there. So they have to read the number with respect to the place values. If they know the place values, they can able to expand that also. So right. So then actually when the zero concept is introduced in 6th class, that means in each and every number, wherever the zero is there, so many people are doing mistakes. That means they don't know about the value of zero when inserted in the number. Okay. That means if suppose 5,509, then some children will read that 5,059 somewhere or 559, they could not able to identify the place value of zero properly. Okay. So when they can familiar with the place values, the units place is 9, that means the place value of 9 is 9 into 1 9, and the 0 into 10's place, that means place value is 0, and the hundreds 5 hundreds and thousands 5 thousands. So every child should able to know the place values and they have to expand the numbers and they have to read and they have to write in the letters also, they have to practice like that. Then only they can able to read. When they read the problem, they will read the number properly, they can discriminate also which is the big number and which is the small number in between two numbers also. Whenever the ordering, that means ascending order, descending order also they can able to give, right? And rounding and estimation is very, very important in numbers. That means suppose we are saying that in somewhere one object is like that, the price is 999. That means 999 means one less than 1,000. Yes. So whenever how much a person to take the money to get the object, that means around the 1,000 rupees. So yes. Estimation and rounding the numbers also very, very important at the beginner level. Why? Because when we are going to the decimals also, we are rounding up to 3 decimals and 2 decimals and estimating the whole number part also. Okay. So it leads there. And whenever we go to the algebra also, it will be very, very crucial point there. So estimation and rounding the numbers also very important in this. So many people are doing this mistakes whenever a teacher and whenever they are listening one number 809, that means are 8009. 8009 means so many people are not able to read. Some people are 8009, actually we have to write. Some people will do 89 and some people write 809 and some people will be 8009. So that means without the concept understanding of the place values, they can't able to find the numbers and identify the numbers also. So this is the very important aspect in the number system. And the Indian number system, standard number system also introduced, where we are putting commas also, introduced in commas. In that after tens place hundreds after 100 1 comma, and the 10,000s are 1 comma, and how many lakhs are there. And at the same time, teacher has to give the information and give the concept like that, where the bigger numbers are utilized in our daily life. Whenever we purchase in TV, it should be in 10,000 numbers estimated. And whenever they have to buy a bicycle, so 3,000 or 6,000 like that. So 1,000 numbers or 1,000 digit, 1,000 where we can use, 10,000s where we are using, and lakhs where we are using. And in a banking system or in whenever they go to market also, they have to utilize those concepts. So these are the main concepts from number system. At the same time, and operation with the whole numbers also there.
Okay.
Yeah. So whenever the whole numbers means they have to know the first zero concept. So when we are using the zero, so many people are understanding that zero is nothing. So it is not nothing. Zero means when the zero objects are there, so it has some value. Why? Because it leads to the integers also. Wherever the less than zero also numbers are there. So each and every point in a mathematics is not an individual. It should be, it will be related to the each and other. Then only whole part of the mathematics is understanding by the student. Right.
Yeah. Actually here, if you observe, you mainly focusing on the place values are playing a key role or crucial role. Then comes estimation or rounding.
Yes.
Now, while coming to place value, you suggested expanded form.
Yes.
But still, most of the students are unable to understand, like even while doing the fundamental operations also, we can observe that mainly they feel it difficult, because most of the times when they are doing subtractions, the teachers will ask them to do it like carry or borrowing from, sometimes they say borrow from the previous, it becomes 1 means 10. Sometimes they will say borrow means 1 means 100. So that concepts will not be assimilated in the minds of the students in the proper way.
Yes.
So for that, I think the best strategy is using some number cards.
Yeah, number cards and bundles of sticks.
Bundles of cards. Murthy garu, can you explain using the cards the money cards or something, and how can we, you take one example and you explain, so that it will be easy for the students. And of course, here one more point that we have to understand, most of the times even teachers feel that why there is a need to show all these things. It is easy to do it directly because of their matured minds, because they are familiar with the concepts, it is easy for them. But the young minds, it is a harder one to understand. So by doing some activities, this will be more and more helpful for the students. So Murthy garu, please explain about that by taking one example.
See, for example, if you want to add 3,320, okay, or something, let us take like this, 3,300, okay.
Okay.
If you want to add, for example, again 200.
Okay.
So how to add it? For example, just with the help of this dummy notes, so we can show. For example, this is, see, this 1,000, again one more 1,000, this is 3,000.
Okay.
Now see here 100 and one more 100.
Okay.
One more 100.
Fantastic.
How much this will be actually? This is 3000 including
300.
300.
Very good.
3300. So now we are adding 200.
2 more hundreds.
200s. So now we ask the children to count how many number of 1000 dummy notes are there.
Okay.
How many number of now 100 notes are there.
Oh, so it becomes very easy.
Very easy.
Yes.
Very easy. Now simply they will count like this: 1, 2, 3. Already this is 3000.
Yes.
So now they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now total how much? They can say simply 3500.
Yeah.
So now in order to get the concept, actually this we can play in the classroom session also with the help of the cards. Even flashcards also we can make,
Yes.
so that we can use the flashcards
Fantastic.
instead of this one.
Actually, I think this method is more helpful for subtraction also.
Yes.
For example, 3200.
3200. Let me write on the screen.
Yeah, 3200.
200.
From which 1700 is to be subtracted.
Yes.
Most of the times what we do is we will say like borrow it from the previous or something like that.
Yes.
So no need of say borrowing or bringing from somewhere. It is like a conversion only.
Yes.
Now how the children can understand that example easily. First let us take 3000 notes.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Right.
Right. Now 200 notes.
Yes. 200 notes. Right. 200. Right.
Okay. Now how much I have to give? First I have to give 700s.
Yes. 700s.
But I have only 200s.
Yes. 200s.
So what to do? 1000 note is to be given to the bank,
Okay.
or we have to convert
Taken
it
out.
to hundreds.
Yes.
So 1000 means 10 hundreds we get. So those hundreds will come.
2, 3. Wait for a while.
Yeah. So if we continue like that, so what happens there is we get hundreds, and from that we have to give 700 notes. So
1,
rather than the previous one, like subtraction means it's not mere
7.
subtracting from one number to another. We have to understand that if it is like converting means one note, like 1000 rupee note, when it is converted we are getting 100 rupee notes,
Yeah.
from which we are giving 700 rupee notes, and the remaining notes and the previous notes with us will add up. So if they do it practically, they will understand what it exactly mean. Say, because if we do it from hundreds, it will be different. If we do it from tens, it will be different. Why it differs means by taking the cards like this. So now can you show, sir? Is it ready?
1 minute, sir. Let me show.
Yeah. Now,
Now
actually here
one thing, sir. How much we have given away now?
1000 rupee note you gave. So 10
Yes.
hundreds we have to get.
10 hundreds. 10
Yes.
hundreds, 700 also given.
700 given. Okay.
700 given. Now 300.
Okay.
Remaining
so
300.
after the 10 hundreds received, 300 are given.
And
now 300 are there. So what
2000 notes
are
are
the
there.
remaining? If we count, we can see
1, 2, 2000.
2000s, and then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 500.
500s.
Yes.
Okay. So if it
Can I
is
write like
done
this?
like
2500
this,
now?
2500.
Yes.
So even this can be done by considering the same type of cards for units place, tens place,
Yes.
tens, hundreds, thousands, plenty of cards, and we can ask one of the students to sit like a banker, and whenever they need, they can go to the bank and they can make the change, conversion. So most of the times we use the term borrowing. So now please shift the term from borrowing to conversion. It is only conversion, 1 kilometer to 1000 meters, 1 liter to 1000 liters, like that. 100 rupee note will give you 10 rupee notes.
Yes.
1 10 rupee note will give you 1 rupee notes. So because of this, the conceptual understanding will strengthen. At a later stage, we can take the help of expanded form to explain that. Now let us see, for example, the same example, suppose we are taking, or you write some example, sir, where we have to subtract 3,400 and, okay, 3,200, 3,400 and 269.
Right.
Okay, from that we have to subtract 1,000 734.
Right.
Now, here you think in terms of the things. 3269 means 3000 plus 200 plus 60
Plus 9.
plus 9.
Right.
Or further we can understand it like 3000 rupee notes. 3 into 1000. 3000 rupee notes are there.
Plus
Then
2 into 100.
200 rupee notes.
Plus 6 into.
6 10 rupee notes.
Yes.
And 9 1 rupee note.
Yes.
Okay, the same thing even we can write for 1734.
1000
1000 plus 700 plus 30
plus 4.
plus 4. So further we can write it like
This is 1 into 1000
1 into 1000.
plus 7 into 100
Yes, fantastic.
plus,
Plus 3 into 10
plus 4 into 1.
4 into
1.
1.
Yes.
Now we have 9 1 rupee notes, from which we have to give 4 1 rupee notes. Okay.
Obviously 5.
Obviously
but we cannot
5
try.
1 rupee notes will be left.
Yes.
So initial stage we give the dummy cards and we ask them to do, and at a later stage we ask them to do it in the expanded form like this.
Yes. Yes.
So gradually, as we discussed earlier, first we are showing some pictures, then expanded form, then we go for the procedural aspects.
CPA approach. What do you say?
CPA approach will be,
Yes.
because of that what happens, the concept is strengthened. Once they understand why 1 is 10 and why, how do we get 10 hundreds, 10 tens, 10 ones like this. So because of this, it is easy for the child to understand and do the operations in a more easier way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is related to the number systems, place value. Okay. So then what about the integers? Already you explained about saying that depth are considering lift, day-to-day life examples.
Yes.
And even we can understand it using patterns also. Most of the times children get confused like minus into minus, plus into minus and all. So let us see some simple pattern. For example, we are multiplying with 3. 3 into 4, 12. Observe that 3 into 4, 12. Then 3 into 3, 9. Then 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 2, 3 into 1, 3. Here, till here we understand. So below that you draw the number line, sir, so that it will be easy. So just bottom, at the bottom you draw. Now, if what happens if you go for 3 into 0?
1 minute, sir. Let me write.
Yeah. Just you start from 3, sir. It is enough. Minus 1 like this. Just 1, 2 numbers you write.
Right.
Now suppose if I would like to move from 3 into 0, what am I going to get? Let the children think at this stage.
Yes.
So they have to observe the pattern. They can observe that every time the number is reducing by 1 and right side values are decreasing by 3. So from 6 they are moving to 3 and then they move, say they are moving to the left.
Yes.
So it is easy to observe that 3 into 0 they will move to
3 steps back.
3 steps back. So from 3 you count 3. What happens?
From 3 you need to count 1,
3,
2,
1, 2,
yes,
3.
3.
So we landed 0.
We landed at
so
0.
This pattern, if they understand easily, they will write 3 into 0, 0. And suppose if I want to extend this for negative numbers, then I can say 3 into minus 1.
1.
Again 3 times.
2,
1, 2
3.
and 3.
It will land at
That's
negative 3.
Negative 3.
Yes.
So like this, if they observe the patterns, then it is easy for them to understand, and whatever we are saying, that will be settled in their mind.
Yes.
So most of the times what happens is teachers feel that okay, we know that 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. Why there is a need to give all these things in the classroom?
Yes.
But if a child is bright, this procedural aspect they can understand very quickly.
So
but
now,
it is not the
my question is that can we conclude that plus into minus is equal to minus? from this one.
Of course,
yes.
easily, like when they keep on observing the patterns. Suppose here we considered 2 into 3 or 3 into 1, 3 into 2. Instead of that, suppose if you take with some negative number.
Yes.
So minus 2 into 3.
Okay, let me write.
Okay, you take one more example. I will tell you so that
let me write.
minus 2 into 3
Right.
is minus 6.
Yes. Already established. The previous one, like
Previous
this.
one, it is established already.
Yes,
so we
yes.
are taking that.
Yes.
Then minus 2 into 2
Right.
minus 4.
That means we take back. how
Yeah,
many two steps?
you write, then you will understand minus 4, then minus 2 into 1, minus 2. Now, minus 2 into 0, what do you get? So, just like the previous one, earlier we, on the number line, we moved to the left 3 units. Now we are moving from left to right, minus 6. If you move 2 units to the right, you get minus 4.
Yes.
Again, if you move 2 units to the right, you get minus 0. You draw the number line, sir, you will understand that easily. So, this approach will be helpful for the students. Teachers, anyhow, they are familiar with, but most of the times the teachers feel that no need of doing these small activities or no need of doing these small patterns. But these things will assimilate the concepts in the young minds. They are able to understand why it is happening. And even if they do any mistake, they will cross check like this by writing the pattern. They will understand, and then and there itself they can solve that problem. Now you observe, sir, from minus 6 we are moving to minus 4.
What? Minus
6 to
6
minus
to
4.
2 steps.
Yes.
Forward.
Again minus 4 to minus 2, 2 steps we are moving.
Yes, 2 steps.
So then minus 2, next 2 steps means where do we land?
We land at
0.
0.
So straight away students can understand minus 2 into 0 is 0.
Yes.
Then if you continue it further, so the numbers you observe 3, 2, 1, 0, then what will be the next number? Minus 2 into minus 1.
Yes. Now again 2
Now,
steps. Again move forward.
If you observe this pattern, every time we are moving to the right 2 units. So move
Yes.
2 units to the right.
We will land at 2.
2. So it is plus 2.
Yes. Negative into.
So convention is we never write plus symbol in between. So we are, say, instead of giving this, most of the times what do they say is ask them like minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, means those things will not settle in the minds of the students.
Yes.
If you give this pattern and explain, then okay, they will observe the pattern and that will be settled in their mind, and with the help of this, I think the children can understand it in a better way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, Sridhar Garu,
one minute.
would you like to add anything to
Yeah.
this? Yes.
In this, actually, it is better to give the group activities in the children from the children.
Fantastic, sir.
You give the minus 2 one group and minus 1 group and minus 5 one group. So
Okay.
here they have to observe the patterns and they make some logic.
Yes.
That means
yes.
where the results, how they are adding, then how they are increasing. In minus 2, that is 2 table, in the results we are observing the right side. Every time 2 will be added, that means 2 will be increasing.
Yes.
So after 0, the 2 will be increased, that means positive number.
Yes.
So some like they have to continue sometimes, so they can generalize that negative number, when
yes.
the multiplication of 2 negative numbers, that will give the positive number.
Yes.
When the 2 numbers will be in that, one negative and one positive will be give the negative result. So this is the inductive reasoning. Moreover, I am saying that. Why? Because from the up to the 5th class, we are giving the concretized material and we are doing so many activities. From 6th class, we have to move somewhat to the abstractness.
Okay.
Then that means logical thinking, that is deductive and inductive reasoning should be developed among the children. Okay. So while using these activities, the teacher has to remind that this is the inductive reasoning. From the patterns, they have to generalize one rule, and okay. From this, any number can multiply with 0 also. We have getting the results 0. So that also they will generalize, right?
Okay.
Yes, exactly. The students will explore by themselves.
And
Yes.
how
that,
integers are evolved,
yes.
also they can
Yes.
understand about this.
So
Very
actually,
good, very good. This is suitable for
what you said is the right thing, sir. procedural aspect, instead of
Yes. Yeah.
stressing on again and again about the procedures,
Yes.
if we give such kind of patterns and the children, if they explore themselves,
Yes.
then the conceptual understanding will be strengthened.
Yes.
And also students will enjoy in the classroom
Yes,
session.
yes,
Joyful
yes.
learning
They
takes place in the
will
classrooms.
enjoy
Yes.
learning math.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will become very much difficult for
Yes.
them to
Make them
assimilate
understand all these things.
Yes, yes. And now, let us move ahead. So, in the number system, mainly like we discussed about these things, and even we have fractions.
Yes.
And while coming to fractions and decimals, what is the strategy for fractions for a better understanding?
Right. So actually fractions introduced in 4th class,
Okay.
where how many equal parts, that means how to divide equal parts.
Okay.
సమాన భాగాలుగా చేద్దాం అన్న ఒక పార్ట్ ఒక లెసన్ ద్వారా మనము ఫ్రాక్షన్స్ ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేసాం.
Okay.
హౌ కెన్ వి ఇంట్రడ్యూస్, హౌ కెన్ వి డివైడ్ ద వన్ రోటీ, ఒక రొట్టెను ఒక ముక్కను ఒక రొట్టెను
It is to
సమాన భాగాలు విభజిస్తే ఒక్కొక్కటి ఎంత అవుతుంది, లేదా ఇద్దరు పిల్లలకి ఇస్తే ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఎంత భాగం వస్తుంది అని. సో సమాన భాగాలుగా చేద్దాం అనే ఒక కాన్సెప్ట్ తోటి అక్కడ మనం భిన్నాలని అంటే ఫ్రాక్షన్స్ని ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసాం. బట్ అక్కడ టర్మినాలజీ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేయలేదు మనకు 4th క్లాస్లో. భిన్నాలు అని చెప్పకుండానే సమాన భాగాలను ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేస్తూ అక్కడ మెయిన్లీ మనం ఏం చేసామంటే 1/2, 1/4, 3/4 అంటే హాఫ్, క్వార్టర్ అండ్ 3/4, 3/4 పార్ట్ మనం 4th క్లాస్లో ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసాం.
ఓకే.
సో దానివల్ల పిల్లలకి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఒకటి అనేది ఒక ఒక నెంబర్ అవుతుంది, పూర్తి నెంబర్ అవుతాయి. అందులోంచి మనం ఒక వస్తువులోంచి సగభాగం తీస్తే ఎంత అవుతుంది, ఒక వస్తువులో ఆ సగభాగంలో సగభాగం ఎంత అవుతుంది, లేదా 3 భాగాలు ఒక భాగం తీస్తే ఎంత అవుతుంది అనేది పిల్లలు రోజువారీ జీవితంలో కూడా పిల్లలు చూస్తున్నారు ఇది. వై? బికాస్ వెన్ దే ఆర్ బయింగ్ ద మిల్క్, 30 లీటర్ అంటున్నారు అంటే 3/4 లీటర్స్ ఆఫ్ మిల్క్, ఆ హాఫ్ లీటర్ ఆఫ్ కూల్ డ్రింక్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేసినప్పుడు హాఫ్ లీటర్ అంటున్నారు, 1 లీటర్ అంటున్నారు. సో ఎట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఒక బిస్కెట్ ప్యాకెట్ తీసుకుని కాటన్ తీసినా కూడా అంటే వేర్ ఎవర్ దే ఆర్ అబ్జర్వింగ్. సో హాఫ్ పార్ట్స్ ఆల్సో దేర్, అంటే ఒక పూర్తి పార్ట్ కాకుండా సగము అంటే ఏంటి అనేది కూడా పిల్లలకి అర్థం అవ్వాలంటే అక్కడ 4th క్లాస్లోనే ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసాం యాక్చువల్లీ. వై? బికాస్ దీస్ ఇంట్యూషన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ అంగన్వాడీ ఏజ్ ఆల్సో. వై? బికాస్ అక్కడ పిల్లలు ప్రీ మ్యాథమెటికల్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్లో ఇది నాకు మొత్తము, ఇది నాకు కొంచెము అని అక్కడ వస్తుంది అట. ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సగం అని చెప్పకుండా నాకు కొంతనే ఇచ్చారు, నాకు ముందు సగమే ఇచ్చారు, నాకు కొంత భాగం ఇంక ఇవ్వాలి అనే ఒక పిల్లల్లో ఒక ఇంట్యూషన్స్ అక్కడ మొదలవుతాయి. బట్ వెన్ ఎవర్ దే డివైడ్ ద ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్, సో దట్ విల్ బి 1/2 and 1/2. So how can they add, how can they make the one whole part from 3/4 to 1/4, by adding 1/4. So some intuitions, pre-mathematical concepts they have previously, but 4th class we are formalizing them.
Okay.
And after 5th class, in the 5th class we are given some terminology, that means what is numerator and what is denominator in the fraction. So selected parts are numerator from the whole, from the total number of parts, the total number of parts will be denominator.
Okay.
So how we are deciding those are like fractions and equal fractions. Up to that 5th class we are given adding of like fractions and formation of equal fractions.
Okay.
So they are familiarized with daily life also, where we are using fractions. In 6th class when we are going to 6th class,
Okay.
then also we are introduced from fractions from initial stage. How fractions are evolved with given one apple.
Yes, yes.
One apple. Actually here also we have, the teacher also remind that whenever the size of the apples, size of the parts should be equal.
Equal.
సో ఫ్రాక్షన్ అంటే ఒక వస్తువుని సగం చేయడమే కాదు, కొన్ని గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ వస్తువులను కూడా సగం చేసి ఈ సగభాగము, ఈ సమూహంలో సగభాగం అని చెప్పడం.
Okay.
సో 8 బిస్కెట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. హౌ మచ్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద 1/2? దట్ మీన్స్ 4 బిస్కెట్స్. సో ఒక సమూహము, ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు కూడా 1/2, 1/4, 3/4 అని చెప్పగలగాలి. సో అప్పుడు ఈక్వల్గా ఉండేటువంటివి, ఈక్వల్ పరిమాణంలో ఉండేటువంటి వస్తువులు తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది డెఫినెట్లీ. ఒక్కోసారి చూస్తాం, ఒకసారి మనం ఎక్సర్సైజ్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఒక రెక్టాంగిల్ ఇచ్చేసి సగభాగం ఇస్తాం, ఒక దగ్గర రౌండ్ ఇచ్చి సగభాగం ఇచ్చి, సర్కిల్ సగభాగం ఇచ్చి వాట్ ఇస్ ద షేడెడ్ పార్ట్స్ అంటే యాడ్ చేయడానికి వీల్లేదు. అది బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. ఎందుకంటే మనకు ఈ చిన్న చిన్న మిస్టేక్స్ ఎక్కడ వస్తాయంటే వెన్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ద అడిషన్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూమరల్స్ ఆల్సో 2 + 3 is exactly 5, but what is 2 and what is 3? Then the question will be raised among the children. What is 2? Whenever one example is there, one boy is carrying 2 liters of milk in one hand and 3 kgs of sugar in one hand. How much they are carrying? That means here one right hand they have liters, that means liquid, and we are solid. How can we add? So these type of misconceptions lead to the algebra. Why x plus y, that is not xy, and that is not x by y, like that.
So that's why only the closure property has been introduced in whole numbers.
Exactly.
In order
So
to
whole properties of whole numbers and
make it
properties of integers
conceptual.
are very important.
Yes.
So fractions can be of say one object is made into equal parts,
Yes.
or a group of objects like they are made into equal parts.
Yes.
Both will lead to the idea of fractions.
Yes.
Yes.
And these fractions, say we are going to teach in a more systematic way. Means earlier we never used the terms like numerator, denominator, fraction, proper, improper. All these terms like unlike fractions,
Yes.
these terms are not introduced. So while coming to class 6, they are familiarizing with some new terms. So vocabulary they have to build. So what vocabulary they have to build, and what are the other things that they have to build? Murthy garu, what are the terms that you come across in fractions?
So generally, as far as 6th class is concerned, the first types of fractions. Types of fractions.
Okay,
So what are the types of fractions? Means first proper fractions.
I think that slide can be displayed.
Yes, yes. Slide can be displayed. So types of fractions.
Okay.
So proper fraction and improper fraction. Even equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions.
Equivalent fractions.
Equivalent
Okay.
fractions. For example, what are the equivalent fractions for 1 by 2? Already we had a discussion about 1 by 2 also.
Yes.
So can we write the equivalent fractions for 1 by 2? So for example, if you consider 1 by 2, so what is the equivalent fractions? Means we can write like this, 2 upon 4 or 2 over 4.
Okay.
Right, we can write 3 over 6.
Okay.
Even out of 6, 3 also 1 by 2.
Yes.
And we can write 4 over 8 and so on. So infinite the number of...
You can draw the one square. You can draw one big square.
Right, 1 minute, let me write the square.
Yes.
Right.
And
If
cut it
you,
into
if you
say 1 by 2.
make it into 2 equal parts,
Yes.
That means 1 by each shaded part is 1 by 2. One
you
shade,
shade
you shade
one
one
part.
part. Shade one part.
Now this is obviously
That is 1 by 2.
Yes.
And make it 4 parts like this. Same. In the same, you can make a horizontal line. 4 parts equal.
4 parts.
So that is 2 by 4. That means
Yes,
how many
yes.
parts are there?
Okay.
Total 4.
Yes.
Shaded parts are 2.
2 by 4.
Whenever you move to one,
If I say 3 equal parts out of 3, 6, again
So,
Yes.
it seems to
by
be rather 1
folding,
by 2.
by folding paper
Yes,
also,
yes.
we can
understand.
say that 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 3 by 6,
We
4
can
by
adopt
8.
folding activity
And
also.
at the same time, we have to ask the children what you observe there. So children can observe that a same number can multiplied with the numerator and denominator, that will give the equivalent fraction.
Yes. For example, see 1 by 2, multiply numerator with 2 and denominator
denominator
with 2. Then what do we get? 2 over 4. Yes. Same
That is
number.
the equal fraction.
Yes.
And you move to a same, the multiplied by the numerator and denominator with the same number, it will give equal fractions.
Even division
Yeah,
also.
actually here most of the times there is a big question. If directly we give it like in the classroom, like multiply both numerator and denominator with 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 4 into 4, we get equivalent fractions. Then we are saying that they are all equal. But how will it be settled in the minds of the students? That is more crucial.
And one,
Yes, yes.
one more thing is there. So many students I asked when we were in the classroom, they are intuiting that equal fractions and like fractions are same. That means they are thinking that equal fraction means same equal fractions and like fractions are same. Whenever they have to familiarize that when the denominators is equal, then only the like fractions.
Yes, yes.
So
Yes.
some
So
confusion is there.
that means actually in this regard we have one more also. Comparing fractions also
Yes.
very, very important.
Yes.
Because the inequality concept will be introduced here itself.
Exactly.
And also the symbols will introduced. So greater than symbol and lesser than symbol.
Yes,
So this is very, very important here. Because actually we cannot find these symbols in 5th class level. But whereas in 6th class these symbols are introduced. So that's why when you compare the two fractions, so whether the two fractions are, one fraction is greater than other fraction or one fraction is lesser than other fraction, So this also takes place. Actually, we need to focus on this one also.
Actually,
At,
here
sixth class
the
level.
point that we have to understand is, suppose we are taking like 1 by 2, 1 by 4.
Yes.
You take that example, 1 by 2, 1 by 4.
Wait 1 minute. Let me take 1 by 2,
And 1 by 4.
1 by 4. How do we compare
Okay,
this one?
how do we compare these two fractions?
Yes.
So, for this simply, as earlier Sridhar sir said, you draw a square box.
Right.
Okay,
Make
that
half.
object is made into 2 equal parts.
Yes.
And there one
Shade.
part you shade.
That is 1 by 2.
That is 1 by 2. Now, the same object again we take. The same object we have to take.
Exactly
the same,
same.
square. Exactly same.
And
Make
make
it
it
four.
off.
And now you make it into 4 equal parts.
equal
And one part you. Now, you ask the students to compare those two pieces of papers or whatsoever it
Shaded
is.
parts.
The shaded parts, if they compare, they will understand that clearly 1 by 2 is larger and 1 by 4 is smaller. So, what I am trying to convey you here is, most of the times we just simply keep on giving the procedures or like the statements.
Yes.
Instead of that, you do such small activities and you allow the students to sit in groups and do these small activities.
Let them come from some
So,
conclusion.
they explore themselves
Yes.
and they themselves will understand why. So, more crucial thing is we are talking about logic. Mathematics, the major idea is to develop logic.
And creative thinking also.
So, creative is obtained at a later stage.
Later stage.
First, if they understand why is it happening.
Yes.
If suppose you keep on giving instructions, until and unless you understand why you have to do this, you never understand why I am doing. If once it is settled, then
simply instead of writing like this, 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4.
1 by 2 greater than 1 by 4.
Yes.
Now, if suppose you say 1 by 2 greater than 1 by 4. Earlier you said 4 is greater than 2. Now you are
Yes.
saying 1 by 2 is greater than 1
Lot
by
of
4.
confusion will take.
You are saying I am listening, but how will it be settled in my mind?
Yes.
So, if I place some papers and if I show them, they will do it and they will understand that, oh, this is the case. This piece is smaller. That's why I can observe that 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 4.
So that means, my opinion, even we have the lab manuals developed by the SCERT.
yes.
So
We are
there are
given
many suggestive activities
given, we are
there.
given.
Actually,
Yes.
the lab manuals are developed the purposes. Even most of the times what happens, lab manual means not of doing all the lab activities on a single day. It does not mean so. So, related to that specific concept where the children are unable to. Sometimes what happens is teachers feel that, okay, this is very easy. This part can be done by the students very quickly and easily. But it is not so. Maybe some few students, as I said earlier, the bright students may understand the things very quickly and easily. But like what about the others who are unable to cope with the things?
Yes.
If they do such kind of activities, then the things will be settled in their mind, and from that they can do it in a more smoother
So that
way.
means many resources are there. These resources we need to make use of
Yes,
at the time
yes,
of
yes.
conceptualizing all these things.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
That will address very easy manner.
Yes. So then, what about the other areas, like before going to this?
And just
can-
if you observe the even our PPT here,
Okay.
so beside the comparing fractions, we have the conversions. So in actually
conversions are there.
6th class, conversions are there. Whereas in
Yes.
5th class, we don't have the conversions.
Yes.
Okay.
Whereas in 6th class, converting, how to convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction.
Yes.
Even this will be useful for even decimal part also. How to convert a fraction to the decimal part.
Even while coming to the improper fractions, sir, Sridhar sir, I think you can better explain. Like
Yes.
earlier we said dividing into equal parts and so on. Like 1 by 4 means you take one object and 4 equal parts, one part is taken 1 by 4. Then out of 4 parts, 2 equal parts are taken, it is 2 by 4. 3 equal parts, 3 by 4. 4 equal parts, 4 by 4. Then that object is completely taken. Then what about 5 by 4? This is the idea that is to be settled in the minds of the students.
Yeah.
Then they will understand why it is conversion, why it is like converting from improper fraction to mixed fraction or mixed fraction to improper fraction.
Right.
What do you mean by mixed fraction? That you explained with one
This
example.
is the very, very important aspect from the fractions. Why? Because 5 by 4, if we will take 5 by 4, so each total parts should be 4. but we have to take 5 parts.
5 parts.
So from that, one object is there. So we make it one square or one object. One square, we have to make 4 parts.
Of course, as usual, they must be equal parts.
4 equal
parts.
So how many parts we have taken? Shaded 4 parts. So the selected parts are 4, but we have to take 5 parts from the 4. So we need another 1 by 4. That means one object, same object. So we need same object to take another part.
So we
draw
need
square.
one more object. One more object is to be taken.
Yeah, one more object, and it should be divided into same 4
equal parts again.
Equal parts. We have to select one part. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 parts are selected from
already
first
4
object.
parts are taken from the
one
first
part
object.
From
So one part is to be taken from the second object.
So when we observe that first object is completely one object.
Okay.
This is 1.
This is 1. And this is the
next one?
1/4. That means 1 by 4.
Yes.
So when we add totally 1/4.
This is 1 plus 1 by 4.
1 plus 1 by 4.
Can
This
we
is
write
what
1
we are
by 4?
saying.
We can write
1 by 4.
One
mixed
whole 1 by
fraction.
4.
Yeah, one whole part
So
and 1 by 4.
this is the idea behind the
Mixed
conversion, mixed fractions.
Yes.
Conversion.
If we can give such kind of concepts in the classroom,
Generally, we divide 5 by 4 and we will write it. But instead of writing that before, so this can be done.
if you explain
far
like
from-
this,
yes.
then
this will be very
the
easy.
students can understand easily
Yes.
why we have to. Every time I say, you address the question why. Why I have to do this?
Yes.
If every teacher can do that, then the children can understand it in a better way.
And also, whenever we go to the algebra, why? Because the time is very short. When we go to the algebra, how algebraical expressions are evolved, that introduced from the 6th class.
Yes.
So the activities are given in the textbook is very, very nice. That means the interaction given, some sister and brother, they have to make the one mask. So they need 2 eyes. So from that eyes, they have to buy the 2 stickers.
Okay, sir.
So how many masks they need? How that 2 types of stickers they have to buy.
Okay.
So there 2 stickers is the 2 eyes are constant. That means 2 is constant.
Okay.
How many masks they need? That means A or N number or a P number. That means one alphabet, small alphabet. We can introducing that to A or to N.
Generalized.
Okay.
So N is representing as a variable. Why? Because that will be changes from situation to situation in times of that. So how can we relate it to the number system like that? I need the sum of 2 numbers is 12.
Okay.
I need sum of 2 numbers is 12. That means how can we get that? 6 plus 6, 5 plus 6, 5 plus 7, 8 plus 4, or 9 plus dash is equal to 12. So 9 plus x is equal to 12. That means we don't know the number.
Okay.
So when we go to the integers, we can write infinite solutions for that. X plus y is equal to 12. So furtherly, from the 8th class, it will represent a straight line. So infinite solutions.
So one more thing I would like to add this one.
Yeah.
So whenever this equation is introduced in 6th class, actually we discuss only left hand side and right hand side.
Yes.
So solving the equation by using trial and error method.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that is there. So that means we should confine to the level of the children, keeping of the children, only trial and error method is adopted
Yes.
here.
Okay.
So further it may be extended for 7th class or 8th class higher level. So
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your a very vast discussion. So, students, teachers, as well as everyone, it is a suggestion. Teachers, like already you have seen some of the concept that the children must learn from class 5 so that their learning can be smooth in class 6. So, whenever the children enter into class 6, immediately don't start with the class 6 topics. You list out whatever the concepts that are needed from class 5 and you arrange like some readiness program. In that readiness program, even don't give it like procedural aspects. You ask the students to do some activities so that these basic concepts will be strengthened and then it will be easy for them to learn. And even students, you keep on working and you practice these things in terms of these activities and you try to generalize and you try to learn the vocabulary, you try to learn the language of mathematics, you try to use the symbols and their meaning, their symbols, everything. Okay, so if you keep on learning like this, some logic we developed. Actually mathematics is very easy, and it is joyful when you keep learning mathematics in this manner. Okay, thank you one and all for giving me this like wonderful opportunity to share the views. Every one of you keep learning like this, and have a good day. Thank you.